Hey, this is Miss Married. All right, so today we're going to be talking about solving multi-step equations. You should have a packet right now with you in front of you, and it should say solving multi-step equations, and it should have a starter page on the front. All right, grab a pen or pencil, and we're going to go ahead and start taking notes as far as what's going on right now. So the I can statement. So I can solve linear equations in one variable. So we're going to go ahead and go through different equations, go ahead and solve them, kind of bring everything together that we've been doing so far in class. So here are some steps that are going to go ahead and help us to know what to do to go ahead and solve multi-step equations is pretty much what we're talking about today. So first of all, we need to check and see if there are parentheses. And inside the parentheses, I should probably make it a little bit nicer. We're going to see if we can combine like terms. So remember, that's kind of like the red grapes and green grapes. Can we combine all the numbers together and then the x's together? If we can, we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, since we've kind of looked at the parentheses, seeing if we can combine them together or not, we're going to look at outside the parentheses. So, outside the parentheses, if there's nothing there, we're going to place a 1 outside the parentheses. If no number is there. And then if there is one, or if there is a one other, we're going to take that number and we're going to multiply it into the parentheses. We're going to do the distributive property. After we do the distributive property, we're going to combine like terms. So again, red grape, green grapes, numbers and letters. And then we're going to do PEMDAS backwards, which is add and subtract first, multiply and divide after. So remember, PEMDAS is parentheses, again, exponents, multiplication, so multiply, D is divide, A is adding, and S is subtract. So remember, multiplication and division and addition and subtraction are always on the same level. So when we're solving equations, we're going to do PEMDAS backwards. We're going to start with addition and subtraction and then go to multiplication and division. All right, so here is example number 1. So first of all, we're going to check and see if there's parentheses. Right now we don't have any. So then we're going to jump down to, can we combine like terms? No. So we're going to jump down again and we're going to say, okay, what can I do first? We're going to do PEMDAS backwards. So we're going to look for addition or subtraction. Right now I see a subtraction. So I see addition and I'm going to subtract. So we're going to subtract 15 from both sides of the equation. And so we're going to have positive 15, negative 15. They cancel each other out. I still have my 1.5x left over. And then we are going to do 24 minus 15, which is 9. Now that I have done, so please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we looked for addition and subtraction. We've done that. Now we're going to look for multiplication or division. Right now, we have 1.5 being multiplied to x, so then we are going to divide. We're going to divide by 1.5 on both sides. 1.5 divided by 1.5 is 1, leaves x by itself. And then 9 divided by 1.5 is 6. So then x equals 6. That's what we are looking for right now. And so that's our final answer, x equals 6. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and have you answer example number 2. So I'm going to pause for a second. You go ahead and answer that and then come back to me. All right, now since you have answered example number 2, let's go ahead and look at example number 3. So do we have any parentheses? No. So we're going to jump down. Can we combine like terms? Yes, we can combine 8x minus 6x. So 8x minus 6x is 2x. So we have 2x minus 25 minus or negative 35. So everything else stays the same. Then from here, again, we're going to look at PEMDAS backwards. So we have a subtraction. Opposite of subtraction is addition. So we're going to add 25 to both sides of the equation. Then we have 2x, positive and negative 25. They cancel each other out. Negative 25 plus 25 is negative 10. Now that we've done those two, we're going to look for addition, multiplication or addition, and we have multiply. So then we are going to divide. So we're going to divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, leaves x by itself. Negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. So our answer is x equals negative 5. So again, I want you to go ahead and do example number 4. See if you can answer this, and then come back to me. All right, here is example number 5. So our first step is to look and see if we have parentheses. Yes, we do. Next is to look inside the parentheses. Can we combine anything together? Here's an x and a negative 8. We cannot, so we're going to leave it there. Next, we're going to come outside the parentheses, and we're going to check and see what we have. We have a 4. This 4 needs to be multiplied into the parentheses. So we're going to say 4 times x is 4x minus 4 times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. And then equals 12 stays the same. Then from here, it's PEMDAS backwards. So we're going to look for addition or subtraction. I see subtraction. So then we are going to add. So we're going to say add 32 to both sides. So we have 4x, positive and negative 32. They go away. And then we have 12 plus 32, which is 44. Next, we're going to check and see if we have multiplication and division. We have multiply. So then we are going to divide. We're going to divide by 4 because 4 and x are multiplying. Divide by 4 on either side. 4 divided by 4 is 1 and it has x. 44 divided by 4 is 11. So then our answer is x equals 11. Again, here is example number 6. I do want you to go ahead and try yourself, but I am going to kind of walk you through at least the first step. So we do have parentheses. Inside the parentheses, can we combine like terms? We cannot. So then we're going to go ahead and look outside the parentheses. We're going to take our negative 6 and we're going to multiply it in. So we're going to have negative 6 times k is negative 6k. Minus, and then we're going to have negative 6 times 1, which is negative 6. And then equals 144 is exactly the same. Notice how minus and negative, we know that minus and negative is the same as adding. So if you multiplied it through and got negative 6k plus 6 equals negative 144, that is correct. So now from here, I want you to go ahead and solve the rest and solve for k. All right, now we've gotten a little bit more complicated with it. So again, inside the parentheses, we only have x plus 2. So we're not going to combine them together. We're going to take this negative 3, so the whole thing, and we're going to multiply it in. So we're going to have negative 3x. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Everything else stays the same. Then outside the parentheses, we're going to see if we can combine like terms. We can. We're going to add 5x minus 3x. 5x minus 3x is 2x. And then still we have plus a negative 6 equals negative 9. And then we do have plus a negative 6. We're trying to get rid of that negative 6. So we're going to go ahead and put a positive 6 with it. So then negative 6, positive 6, make it 0. We still have 2x. Then we have negative 9 plus 6, which is negative 3. And then 2 and x are multiplying, so we are going to divide. So then our x is going to equal negative 3 over 2. We can also write it as negative 1.5. We can also write it as negative 1 and 1/2. So this is 3 different representations of what the answer is, but all of them are correct. All right, here's an example for you to go ahead and do. So go ahead and pause, answer the question, and then come back to me. All right, number 9, we do have some parentheses. Go ahead and multiply some things in. So we're going to say 2 times b is 2b, minus 2 times 3 is 6, equals 8b plus 3. So notice how there are variables on both sides of the equation. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of like, what can we take from both sides of the equation kind of thing. I like to start with my b stuff first. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the 2b, I'm going to move it over here to be with his friend. So that 2b, that is a positive 2b. So I'm going to subtract off 2b from both sides. So positive 2b, negative 2b, they make 0. Leaves negative 6 by himself. 8 minus 2 is 6b, and then plus 3. So now I'm going to go ahead, I want to combine like terms. I want to make them so they're on the same side, right? So we want to go ahead and see, okay, who wants to be with the negative 6? Is it 6b or is it 3? Well, the 3 wants to be over here with his friend, somebody who's exactly like him. And so we're going to go ahead and move the positive 3. How do I move the positive 3? How to make it 0? I'm going to put negative 3's with it. Negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9. And then we're going to have 6b, positive and negative 3 go away. Now we have 6 and b, so we've done our addition and subtraction. Now we're going to do multiplication and division. 6 and b, they are multiplying, so then we are going to divide by 6 on both sides. 6 divided by 6 is 1. It leaves b by himself. So we have negative 9 divided by 6. So it is going to be a decimal kind of thing. So we do have as negative 1.5. We also have it as negative 1 and 1/2. We can also have it as negative 3 over 2. All of these are the same representation of b, and that can be the answer itself. All right, here is example number 10. You're going to go ahead and do it yourself. Go ahead and go through the process and see what the answer will be. So pause, answer the question, and then come back to me. All right, let's find out if you have done this correctly. So we're going to take our negative 3 and we're going to multiply it in to our parentheses. So negative 3 times 2n is negative 6n. And then we have minus, and then negative 3 times 3 is negative 9, equals 25 minus 8n. And then notice how we have this minus a negative. So what that really means is we have plus 9. So we still have our minus 6n plus 9 equals 25 minus 8n. And then from here, I want to go ahead and I want to combine like terms. I want to put terms together on either side. So I see that I have a negative 6n. So I'm going to go ahead and add 6n to both sides. So then I have 9 equals, because positive and negative 6n, they go away, 25. And then negative 8 plus 6n is negative 2n. Okay, so now I want to get it so the 25 is over with the 9 with his friend. So that is a positive 25. How do we get rid of a positive 25? I subtract off 25 from both sides. So 9 minus 25 is negative 16 equals positive negative 25 go away. We have the negative 2n. And then negative 2 and n are multiplying, so I want to get rid of the negative 2 to get n by himself. So I'm going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. And, negative 2. And then we have negative 16 divided by negative 2 is 8 equals, and then our n. So yes, it can be written as n equals 8. It equals n, same answer. So good job if you went ahead and got that correct. All right, for today we covered equations with variables on both sides. We covered equations with distributive property. So this is multi-step equations. We're solving those together. So great job. So as you can see, we do have a worksheet. It's solving multi-step equations. That is one Canvas assignment in Canvas, plus the two-step equations with distributive property. That is another Canvas assignments in Canvas, but the worksheet is together. So it's kind of like this front and back. It'll make a little bit more sense once you get your worksheet. But that is what homework is for today. So make sure you go ahead and do those assignments, get those in, and good job for today. Have a good day. Bye.